Can you believe it? Pokemon Day 2026, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, is tomorrow, and I've got all the updates for you guys right here. Some interesting leaks have surfaced, some new Pokemon news has come out, and we've got a lot to cover in this one, so strap in. Don't forget, I'll be live streaming the Pokemon Presents presentation tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be doing it on Twitch and YouTube. You can come hang out. Join the stream. We're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be the big watch party to see the Generation 10 starters revealed, and we may have a little bit of insight as to what's coming next. There may be a secret project that nobody anticipated for Pokemon on this Presents. It is gonna be crazy, so don't you dare miss out. First thing is, I covered this on a short, but I thought it was really cool, worth sharing again. We've got all 1,000+ Pokemon designed with the 30th anniversary logo, and I think this is the coolest thing, dude. Honestly, like, big props to them. I saw that they did like an animation thing for this as well, so just really cool, man. And I think it highlights the idea that every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon, dude. I feel like that's a huge piece of this, and I love that, man. I really do. I asked you guys, what is your favorite Pokemon? Leave it in the comments down below. I'm gonna give a big shout out to my boy Motham, who's been holding it down for me for a very long time. With those 30th anniversary logos, I saw this post get shared around of the new starters. I'm gonna be real, I don't think this is real. I think this is fake. This is a very blurry image, but I saw it starting to get some traction early this morning. I thought I'd share it with you, but really cool way to approach a leak for starters. But who knows, there's been a bunch of different starter leaks surfacing. I don't think we've seen anything that's actually real yet, but the closer we get, the higher the chance that something sneaks through the cracks. So keep an eye out on the channel today. For those still playing Pokemon Unite, I know we announced the 3 legendary birds, but they announced 3 more characters coming to Pokemon Unite: Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr. And I gotta be honest, Meganium looks so good in this artwork, this key artwork. It looks so good. I'm a big Meganium fan. I've always been a Chikorita fan, so I just feel like it looks really good in this artwork. But Pokemon Unite, if you're still playing it, you've got those new Pokemon coming in. I lost interest, but it was fun when I jammed it. Pokemon centers around the world are going to be stocking the Replica cartridge keychains. Dude, Pokemon is going so hard right now with their merch for the 30th anniversary. Do not be surprised if this is the biggest year in Pokemon history. They are going so hard. And speaking of that, Pokemon Champions, guys, this is a big deal. Kurt posting the Pokemon Champions logo and says soon. And it looks really epic, by the way. There's been a lot of discussion about Pokemon Champions potentially shadow dropping on Pokemon Day. Now, there's a lot going on right now. You've got Pokemon FireRed, LeafGreen on the eShop. You've got Pokopia coming in about a week. I've been covering those videos heavily on the channel, so feel free to check out some of my other content. And Champions is a big one. Kurt says high confidence that Champions is dropping on Pokemon Day. Sunglass emoji, but then follows it up 5 hours after that saying this was bait. It's entirely possible, but probably won't. Releasing a new online multiplayer game on a Friday, considering time zones. Have fun supporting that surge. As some have already noted, this asset is from Pokemon Home. Now, I do want to say, I think that there is a chance that Pokemon Champions does shadow drop on Pokemon Day. I tend to agree that it's unlikely, and for those who aren't super privy to this, I learned this recently. You don't want to drop an update to a live service online game on a Friday, because if things break, then you have your team working over the weekend, right? That's the reality of it. So like when we were dropping our apps for my game Elestrals Clash, we would launch them on Tuesdays. So we give ourselves the full week basically to make bug fixes if you need to before you head into the weekend. So makes a lot of sense there. Definitely the bait. We'll have to wait and see, but I know a lot of people are speculating that we're gonna get Champions at some point. It's just when. It may be early summer, but I'm very curious if that's gonna be quickly dropped. Now, the next piece of this puzzle is massive, guys. We're talking about the next mainline project, teased by multiple different sources. This is some crazy stuff, so strap in here. We may actually be getting another game announcement outside of Gen 10. I don't think we will, but there is a chance that we get another game announcement and they do the double action like they did with Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. But it seems as though there's some secret going on here, so let's break it all down because there's a lot going on. First, Riddler Crew says, Happy New Year to you all. The latest project, which was not exposed from the Terra leak on Nintendo Switch 2, is here. Enjoy. That was from the very end of 2024, so a little while back, but indicating that there's projects that were not in the Terra leak that are going to be coming. And this means that while we think we have so much information about the Pokemon Company's plans over the next couple years, there's things that are missing that we do not know. And Ku, obviously, our most reputable source. So Soul Silver a wonderful member of the community, did a full breakdown of all this, and I'm going to kind of recap it for you guys because it's very fascinating. So there is a new codename Project Karasu, which is surfaced as apparently the next mainline Pokemon project. It wasn't in the Terra League. Karasu means crow in Japanese, and a Murkrow was attached to the league, which probably isn't a coincidence. If this is real and it wasn't in the Terra League, it proves Game Freak's plans have shifted since the data was compiled, which means other Terra League plans could have changed too. In the Terra League, there was an unnamed DLC. Murkrow could hint at Johto ties, but DLC technically isn't mainline, which goes against this. This could be a replacement for the Gaia DLC. Scarlet and Violet and ZA DLC both underperformed. Game Freak has a history of pivoting formats, third versions, then sequels, then DLC. Karasu could be something bigger than traditional DLC, maybe a modern take on third versions. The Pokemon Company released third versions of games for a very long time in their history, and now there's a possibility that they're revisiting that with this upcoming Gen 10 title. Wind Waves, maybe they add a third version that adds something to it. Maybe it adds Johto on the back end. This could be Legends 3, but reworked. The Terra League had Ringo, codenamed Legends Galar, as the next mainline game after Gaia, which is Gen 10. Karasu could be Ringo scrapped and rebuilt. Maybe they changed up Ringo, which is Legends Galar. Maybe they reworked it. Maybe it's not Galar anymore. Maybe they're going to revive the old Legends Johto concept instead. Ball Guy says that L3 or Legends 3 is still in production, so the game exists, but maybe not as Ringo anymore. Galar also has Corviknight, a crow Pokemon, so the Galar connection isn't dead either. Also worth noting, Talonflame/Braviary was the bird mascot for PLA's codename Hayabusa, so bird-themed codenames might just be a Legends thing. So this might have to do with Legends, still some speculation there. This could be an entirely new standalone game, and that's where things get really exciting going into this Presents Tomorrow. Not DLC, not Legends, it could be experimental, could be Johto, could be Let's Go Johto, could come in 27 or 28. There's a lot of, this is crazy stuff, unprecedented. Or this could be the secret Black and White project. Ku previously leaked a third-party Black and White remake that got scrapped, then doubled down saying a Black and White new project was still happening and wasn't in the Terra League. Karasu could be that project, now handled by Game Freak internally. A fun little detail is Black 2 White 2's codename was Swan, a white bird. Karasu or Crow is a blackbird, which is a kind of interesting contrast. We've seen Pokemon do that many times. So ultimately, whatever Karasu is, its existence outside of the Terra League means that the roadmap has changed. And if one thing changed, other things may have changed as well. So while the Terra League has served as a map for us to diagnose what's coming in the Pokemon franchise, Wind and Wave, Legends Galar, all these different games, it's possible that this timeline and this information will get shaken up in a big way, and we may just get some crazy surprises tomorrow going into Pokemon Day 30th anniversary. It's clear they're going big. What is your favorite Pokemon in the franchise? Leave a comment down below, and make sure you guys tune in for the Pokemon Day Presents right here on the channel, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We're gonna throw down in a massive way and celebrate the Gen 10 starters like never before.